following stories are from findings in the Middle Belt region of the central Nigeria by Anabaptist Peace Center, Nigeria. For the past 2 decades, this region has been ravaged with attacks by Fulani Islamic jihadists, terrorism, and kidnappings with an undertone of religious and cultural assimilation. These are our efforts to research and document a database of widows and orphans resulting from terrorism and violence. It is also to provide information needed to find help for these victims who have been affected in our society. The consistency of the violence and killings in Nigeria by the Boko Haram and Fulani herdsmen and bandits has led us to believe this to be a calculative intent to achieve a religious and cultural assimilation and dominance. Anabaptist Peace Center Nigeria seeks to approach this situation with love, justice, and reconciliation in rebuilding peace in our society. It is our belief that our collective efforts to heal wounds and seek justice will bring about a new wave of peace in our society. Talatu Hosea lost her husband to killings by Fulani attackers June 2018. He was killed at Ganarop, Bokos Road in Barikin Ladi local government of Plateau State, Nigeria. Talatu is a widow now with 7 children to cater for. She fries bean cakes and yam for sale, which she uses to take care of herself and her 7 children. Rose Matthew also lost her husband, who was at the time a serving pastor with ECWA, which is Evangelical Churches Winning All. He was killed by herdsmen that invaded their village in Miango, Basa local government of Plateau State, Nigeria. At the time that her husband was killed, she was pregnant with their last of 3 children. Lydia Sati lost not only her husband but her eldest child to Fulani attackers on the 23rd of June 2018. It was just close to his home on his return back from Barikin Ladi local government of Plateau State, Nigeria. Lydia Sati is now a widow left with 4 children to cater for, 2 boys and 1 girl. She makes gruel, which here we know as pap, and fries bean cakes to make little money to take care of herself and her 4 children. Tabitha John also lost her husband to killings by Fulani herdsmen. He was attacked and killed near Jebu, Miango in Basa local government area of Plateau State, Nigeria. Tabitha is now taking care of 3 children. Tabitha John supports her 3 children and herself by going to construction sites in search for manual labor in order to get food for herself and her children and to pay their school fees. Sometimes she makes local drinks to sell when there are no construction jobs to do. Dinatu Emmanuel also lost her husband to the killings by Fulani herdsmen. They were alerted that an attack by gunmen was going on in the neighboring village. But no sooner than they expected, the armed herdsmen invaded their village by rampaging it with gunfire, Her husband was shot straight in the head and died instantly. When they heard the attackers approaching toward their direction, they ran, but her mother was also shot dead because she was too old. She could not escape fast enough. Now she is a widow with 3 children to feed and to train. She supports her family by farming and accepting any assistance by anyone who offers to support them. September 17th, 2019, Kaneng Luka lost her husband to killings by Fulani attackers. It happened in her hometown of Rop in Barikinladi local government of Plateau State, Nigeria. The village had actually been attacked several times way back from 2015. According to her, they were all chased out of their village by the Fulani invaders. But some of the village was recovered and the villagers went back to resettle. In 2018, they were attacked again. They had to leave the village and live in the IDPs, which is known as the Internally Displaced Persons Camp. However, to avoid losing their lands and heritage to these invaders, the courageous men of the village decided to go back and guard the village and to resist these attackers from taking over their inheritance. Her husband, Mr. Luka, was among the men that returned to guard the village. It was at that point that he was shot dead. Kaneng Luka is left with children to feed and to train. If you are moved to offer any form of support to any of these widows, please do specify by indicating your donation or support to that particular widow. Please contact and send your donations at anabaptistresourcecenter.com. According to James chapter 1 verse 27, using the Amplified Version, pure and unbellished religion in the sight of our God and our Father is this: to visit and to look after the fatherless and the widows in their distress, and to keep oneself uncontaminated by the world.